Gosh, I don't know. This scene is just so picturesque, like that cliff, it's so soft, and the ocean, how it stretches out in this endless expanse of blue, it's breathtaking. It almost reminds me of my love, lost out at sea, as if I were Brandy. Not the singer Brandy, but the Brandy from that song, which is also not by Brandy the singer. Anyway, I grew up lonely and poor, but I worked hard, and I was beautiful. And then one day, a handsome, worldly man comes to port, and he tells me stories about his travels across the sea, and I pick him flowers and weave him dolls made out of water reeds. And he stays for as long as he can before telling me that he has to return to the ocean. That it's in his nature, after all, to shift and roam like the sea itself. And on our last day together, he brings me right there to the cliff where we have a picnic. We eat finger sandwiches and we drink champagne, and he tells me that he loves me. And he takes my hands in his, and he looks deep into my eyes, and he says, I promise to return to you someday, my Brandy. Not Brandy the singer, but Brandy from that song, which is also not by Brandy the singer. And every day since, I come up to this cliff and I look out at the horizon, watching for his ship to come back. And my hair is billowed in the wind, which is how I get that constant windswept look that people always compliment me on. And though I'm well liked in the village, I refuse to marry. Growing old, alone, in my house on the far side of the island, until one day, a withered old sea captain comes to port. He comes into the tavern and asks for me specifically. Yes, I say. He says, your love, he actually died years ago in a shipwreck. I can't take it. But he did want me to have this. He pulls out an old wooden box, and inside is a locket with our pictures in it. Oh, it's too much to bear. I take the treasure and I clutch it to my chest and I run out of the village and here to this cliff, to our cliff. And I fall to my knees and I look up into the sky and scream with grief as the clouds rain down upon me and thunder booms in the distance. And then I hurl myself off the cliff, falling onto the craggy rocks below. And people from all over the world, they come here hoping to catch a glimpse of my ghostly form running and screaming and leaping, caught up in an endless cycle of grief and heartache and despair. And if you ask the villagers, they will tell you the tale in whispered, hushed tones. The tale of Brandy, heartbroken Brandy. Not Brandy the singer, but Brandy from that song, which is also not by Brandy. I forget who it's from.
I was just asking what you were thinking for dinner.
I don't know, maybe tacos.